Hello children, in my previous video I have explained you this chapter, the rainbow. I explained you how the colors were fighting among each other, and then the rain came and it told them that we should not fight like this. Why? Because God has made us all for a purpose. We all are unique and different. Children, we have also done the book exercise of this chapter. In the previous video I have explained you the book exercise of the reader portion, but here I will explain you book exercise for the grammar portion. So let's start. So first in grammar we will learn countable and uncountable nouns. Children, you know what is a noun. A noun that refers to a person, a place, an animal or a thing is called a naming word or a noun. Children, when you were in class 1 or 2, you were learning like this. A noun is a naming word. But now you have to learn a noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. Like see, examples are given here: Shruti, Agra, school, lion and pencil. So nouns can be divided into two parts. We have learned different kinds of noun like proper noun, common noun, material noun, abstract noun and collective noun. But here we are going to learn countable noun and uncountable noun. So children, from the name only you can tell what is a countable noun. So a noun that can be counted. Children, what are the things that you count? Like your pencil, your books, your copies. You can count your friends also. Okay, so examples are given like this: flower, girl, apple. You can count these things. So we can use these words before a countable noun. So a few more examples are given here. Few cars. Cars you can count. A bat, an egg, the sun, several children, one dog. So children, these are countable nouns. Why? Because you can count it. A noun that cannot be counted is called an uncountable noun. Like see children, an example is given here: a glass of water. You can count a glass, but can you count water? No. Can you count drops of water in the sea or ocean? No, we cannot count water, children. So it is uncountable noun. In the same way, water, rice, air, stars also, sand, salt, sugar. We cannot count all these things, oil, chocolate and all. So we can use these words before an uncountable noun, like a lot of salt, slices of cheese, little knowledge, some tea, much sugar. So it is shown that for countable noun you can use few, and the, several and one. And for uncountable noun you can use a lot of, slices of, little, some, much. Now collective and material noun, children, we will learn here. A name that describes a group of persons, animals or things is called a collective noun. Example: an army of soldiers, a flock of sheep, a swarm of bees. Children, we have already done collective and material nouns, so I will not take much more time here. See, material noun. The name of a material out of which a thing is made is called a material noun. For example, gold, cotton, plastic. Many students have confusion that whatever things are present with us, they are material noun. No. Suppose you are talking about a glass. So a glass can be made of plastic. A glass can be made of steel also. So steel and plastic, they will be material noun. But suppose I say the window pane is made up of glass. Here glass is material noun because we are talking about the thing from which it is made. So fill in the blanks with nouns as directed. One has been done for you. See children, in the option it is given whether you have to fill with material noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, like this. So first one is done for you. A tiger walked towards the river to drink water. While walking on the beach, I got some dash in my shoes. So you have to write here uncountable noun. So I have written here pebbles. You can write stones or any other thing. Sand also. Because what happened when you're going on the beach, the most common thing is sand only there. A huge mass of people gathered in the street. You have to fill here collective noun. So collective noun, a huge crowd of people. Crowd is a collective noun. Ramesh had dashed for dinner. So here you have to fill uncountable noun, children. So you can write here for Ramesh had dash for dinner. You can write rice and dal, and you can write the name of any food. Okay. Now next is, I have many dash in my school bag. So you have to fill here with countable noun. So children, countable means the thing which you can count. So you can write anything. I have many books, I have many pencils, or whatever you have in your bag. It is advisable to wear clothes made of dash in summer season. So children, we know that in summer season we should wear cotton clothes. So you can write here cotton. Now next one is, come to the next page. Okay children, here I am making one change. In question number 2, instead of pebbles, you can write here sand, because pebbles, it is countable noun. So I am making one change here. Please write here sand only. Okay. Now the sand is uncountable, pebbles are countable noun. Okay, now look at each face and write what feeling it expresses. Choose the words from these boxes. One has been done for you. Like first one, we can see it is happy face. See children, we are learning about abstract nouns. Abstract nouns we cannot touch, we cannot use it, but it talks about idea, thought, feelings and all. It's like this is happy face. See children, what is this? It is sad face. Third one is afraid. When you are scared, when you are afraid, when you are lonely at your house, so what happened? You are scared or afraid. Next one is angry face. From the expression only you can know. Next, when you're surprised, okay, so your eyes are wide open and your mouth is also open, so it is surprised. And when you're excited, then your face is like this. Our faces express how we feel. By looking at a person's face, we can usually tell if he or she is happy or sad. But can we actually touch happiness or sadness? Just as we can touch a tree, a cup, or a river? No, we can only feel them. So happiness and sadness are abstract noun. So children, from the expression only we can know what is the mood of the person. So if anyone is angry, if they have an angry face, they have an angry expression, just don't go near them. Now, an abstract noun denotes a noun that we cannot see, taste, hear or touch, like we can do with other nouns. Read these examples. The words in blue are abstract nouns. I bring laughter and gaiety into the world. Gaiety means children happiness. Sanya has a weakness for chocolate. So laughter, gaiety and weakness, they are abstract nouns. Now read the story again and arrange each of these abstract nouns in the correct box. One has been done for you. Like green, it is the symbol of hope. Blue, as we have learned, it is the symbol of peace. Red is the symbol of bravery. Yes, obviously blood and fire also. Purple is the symbol of royalty, and indigo, peace. Sorry, silence, not peace. Blue is for peace and indigo is for silence. Now make a sentence with each of these abstract nouns. See children, 3 abstract nouns are given. You have to frame a sentence with this, like honesty. The only phrase I can remember now is honesty is the best policy. But you can write other sentence also. We should never doubt the honesty of our employees. Friendship. John made a friendship with John kept his friendship with his best friend from his childhood only. Kindness, we should never doubt the kindness of our king. So you can make other sentences also. Vocabulary. See children, here we are going to learn compound words. Sometimes 2 words can be joined to make a new word that has a new meaning. Like this new word is called a compound word. Rainbow is a compound word for rain and bow. See children, the 2 words, okay, they should have some sense, they should have some meaning. You cannot write any 2 words. They should have some meaning, and when they are together they should make a new word. Like see, read these examples. Sunflower, sun plus flower, so there are meanings of sun and flower, and when we add them it becomes sunflower. So they should have some meaning children. Like eyeball, eye plus ball, eyeball. book plus mark, bookmark. Week plus end, weekend. Week plus day, weekday. Okay, in the same way, what you have to do here, choose one word each from both the columns and make a new word. Write it in column C. One has been done for you. Like super, it's already done, supermarket. Next is outside. Footbridge. Footbridge, children, where the people, pedestrians can walk. Okay. Underground. Then last is dishwasher. Now what you have to do here, you have to fill in the blanks with words from column C. From column C means this one. So just remember the words supermarket, outside, footbridge, underground and dishwasher. We have to use these 5 words here. Father put the dirty plates in the obviously dishwasher, not underground or outside. I bought bread and juice from the obviously supermarket. Only one option is there for the market. Use the dash to cross the road. Just now I told you footbridge is used for the pedestrians. Don't go outside until it stops raining. And grandfather was digging in the backyard and accidentally broke and dashed water pipe. So digging, children, it means something is inside, so underground. Now listen to this passage and fill in the blanks. See children, I don't have passage, but I got these answers from the internet. I just looked these answers in the internet, so I can tell you the answers here. The International Day of Peace is also known as World Peace Day. Children, you can read about this. I read just now in the internet, you can also read. It is observed every year on 24 September. The day is dedicated to world peace. And to inaugurate the day, the peace bell is rung in New York City, children. The peace bell was cast from coins and medals donated by people and children from over 60 different nations. Now pronunciation, we will read about your syllables. Syllabification. Words are made up of syllables, but what is a syllable, children? A syllable is a whole word or a part of a word that contains a single vowel sound and is pronounced as one unit. Words can have one or more syllables. Children, in class, in primary section, like before class 1, KG or pre-KG, you must have learned this vowel, sound of vowels and consonant sounds. So you can do this, like say these words aloud and clap for each syllable. Like when we say bat, so only one syllable is there, bat. Purple, purple. So we can get here 2 syllables. See, pul, e. So purple, 2 syllables. Bicycle, bicycle. So bicycle, we can hear 3 syllables. Now say these words aloud, identify and write the number of syllables in each word. One has been done for you. See children, you have to write here how many syllables are present. Like silver, silver. So 2 syllables. Now in the same way, attention. So how will you say this? Attention. So we can hear 3 syllables here. Attention. So attention. So 3 syllables are here. Now pizza. So how will you say pizza? Pizza. Pizza. 2 syllables are here. Now family. So when you will break it, how many syllables you will get? Fam-e-ly. Okay, fam-e-ly. Okay, I is there. So here 3 syllables. War. It is a single syllable. Anyone can tell. Single. 1 syllable is here. Now 6th one is donate. So donate. 2 syllables are here. Donate. Now children, it is a paragraph writing. Imagine that a few more colors join the existing colors in the argument. These colors are brown, black, white and pink. What will each color say to prove its importance? Write a paragraph about 100 words. So children, we have learned the colors of the rainbow, all 7 colors. But suppose more colors come here and they start telling about itself. I can do this, I have this talent, all the people like me. If they start telling this, then so what you have to do, you have to write about them, about the importance of these colors. So write a paragraph in about 100 words. Now reading for pleasure. See children, read these stories on colors. Butterfly Colors by Margot Fallis. Children, it is a story about a person who asked butterflies about its colors, how it is beautiful and all. So if you want, you can see the story, you can see the movie also in YouTube, you can read the story about it. The next is Dragon Painter by Rosie Dickens. So what is this Dragon Painter? This is a story. See children, it's written Chang paints the best. Chang is the name of a person. Fine. He paints the best animal pictures in all of China. But what happened when it comes to dragons? He has a problem. Why? Because he is afraid of painting the dragon's eyes. So this is a story about this, the dragon painter. Person's name is, a boy's name is Chang from China. So you can read this story. It is very interesting. It is written by Rosie Dickens. So children, we have done the book exercise. I have explained you the chapter Rainbow. I hope you all have understood it. If not, please watch the video again. That's all for today, children. Thank you.